Welcome to the Time Treadmill. I'm Ron, and these are my sweaty thoughts about Doctor Who. Barbara Wright is a goddess. This morning I started The Aztecs, watched the first half of the story, and I love it as much today as I ever have. This was the first Doctor story I was ever exposed to in the form of the novel by John Lucarotti. And in reading the novel, I was taken by how vivid and colorful it was. Lucarotti did extensive research into the history of the Aztecs, their culture, their politics, their religion, and it all shows in this story. The story has the TARDIS arriving inside the tomb of an Aztec priest, and Barbara being mistaken as the reincarnation of this priest and declared the goddess Yetaxil. From there, the entire thrust of the story has Barbara struggling in the role of goddess, while the Doctor tries to find some other way to access the tomb and get them to the TARDIS so that they can leave. The beauty of this story, and why I love pure historicals, is it shows that you do not need some science fictional element to make these stories compelling. Just having a deep understanding of the culture and the setting creates all of the drama necessary. Barbara is a history teacher, and in particular, she studied the history of the Aztecs. So she is keenly aware not only of the culture and history of the Aztecs, but where this society is headed in the very near future with the arrival of Cortez. She knows that the Aztec culture is going to be wiped out because of the duality of their nature. On the one hand, they are a very peaceful, agrarian, scientifically advanced culture. But on the other side, they embrace blood sacrifice and have a strong warrior caste. And it's that side of them that led to their demise. Barbara is placed in the impossible position of having to sanction a human sacrifice in order to make it rain. And she knows full well that it's going to rain regardless if anyone dies. And so she tries to stop the sacrifice. But the man being sacrificed, his entire self-worth is bound up in the pride of sacrificing himself for his people. And so when she cancels the sacrifice, he simply throws himself off the building, dies anyway, and it rains, thus proving to the people that blood is required for rain. It's that kind of conflict that makes this such a great story. It's not that there's some nefarious villain trying to do some horrible thing. There's not a space Nazi running around trying to take over the planet. It is simply a complex culture with warring natures. And here is Barbara, who is trying to do the right thing, and the Doctor explaining to her what becomes the show's prime directive. You cannot change one line of history, not one single line. Now, I will grant you that in future stories, Doctor Who plays fast and loose with that rule when it suits the story. But the underlying theme remains that history, and especially fixed points in history, cannot be altered. No matter what you do, they will happen, one way or the other. This story also cemented my love for Barbara Wright. As I say, Barbara Wright is a goddess. I mean, take a look at this. She is gorgeous. Jacqueline Hill, the actress who played Barbara Wright, names the Aztecs as her personal favorite story that she participated in. In fact, when interviewed, she said, "I liked personally the Aztec story. I got to wear a lovely hat." Be still my heart for Barbara Wright. Tune in tomorrow when I watch the second half of The Aztecs. I hope you'll be here.